So we rolled out those new standards to all of our dealers. They have the choice to enroll or not to enroll to sell our electric vehicles.
Are you ready for some major drama in the automotive industry? The CEO of Ford, Jim Farley, is furious about something that is happening within the company, and it's causing quite a stir. Things have gotten so heated that Farley has reportedly called some dealers trash dealers in a recent conference call. So, what could have caused such a strong reaction from the head of one of the world's most iconic car brands? Join us to dive deep and discover all the details of this embarrassing news. To fully understand this issue, we have to go back in time. Ford was founded by Henry Ford in 1903 and has since become one of the world's most iconic and influential automobile manufacturers. Henry Ford was known for his innovative approach to production, particularly in his use of assembly line, which greatly increased efficiency and helped reduce costs. One of Henry Ford's main goals was to make cars more affordable and accessible for the average person. He famously stated, "I will build a motor car for the great multitude. It will be large enough for the family, but small enough for the individual to run and care for. But it will also be so low in price that no man making a good salary will be unable to own one." This vision has continued to guide the company throughout its history and has played a significant role in its success. Today, Ford is still committed to providing high-quality vehicles at competitive prices and ensuring that its customers have a positive experience when interacting with its dealerships. Recently, Jim Farley, Ford's CEO, made headlines with his strong stance on improving customer-dealer experiences. Jim Farley is upset with the pricing practices at some of the dealerships and is taking action to address the issue. He wants to implement new standards to improve the customer experience, particularly electric vehicles. These standards include the requirements to install high-speed chargers, offer non-negotiable pricing, and allow customers to purchase vehicles online and have them delivered or picked up remotely. Ford's CEO, Jim Farley, has faced many challenges since taking on the role, but his biggest challenge to date has been with dealers charging customers significantly above the manufacturer's suggested retail price. This has caused serious damage to the Ford brand and goes against the values of the company's founder, Henry Ford, who believes that the price of a car should be affordable for the average person. In response to this issue, Farley proposed a new fixed-price policy and requires these dealers to pay to join a certification program to qualify to sell Ford electric vehicles in the future. There are two levels of certification: Model E Certified and Model E Elite. Model E Certified requires dealers to spend up to $500,000 but are only allowed to sell 24 electric vehicles per year at this level. Model E Elite includes a guaranteed annual allotment of electric vehicles, access to inventory and demo units, and the requirement to have at least 2 DC fast chargers, one of which should be reserved exclusively for customers. This level requires a payment of up to $1.2 million. Farley's actions have been praised as a necessary step to protect the Ford brand and ensure that customers are treated fairly. As the demand for electric vehicles continue to grow, these changes are meant to provide customers with a modern and seamless experience, particularly for electric vehicles. To the surprise of many, 65% of Ford's dealers have accepted these strict terms. Of nearly 3,000 dealerships, 1,920 have already signed to the new requirements. More than half of Ford's dealers in the United States have chosen the Elite Track certification, allowing them to sell electric vehicles at the manufacturer's suggested retail price, or MSRP. This is a significant achievement as it shows a commitment from the dealers to selling electric vehicles at a fair price. Ford CEO Jim Farley has stated that this move is a significant step towards becoming the leading electric vehicle manufacturer in the country. These changes reflect Ford's commitment to providing high-quality vehicles and a positive customer experience. As well, it focuses on sustainability and the future of transportation. It's more likely that most dealers who have rejected Ford's Model E offer are located in rural areas of the United States, where the adoption of electric vehicles has been slower than in other parts of the country. This may be due to various factors, such as the lack of charging infrastructure, lower demand for electric vehicles in these areas, or simply a lack of awareness about the benefits of electric vehicles. While these dealers may not immediately feel the impact of this decision, they may regret their decision in the coming years as electrification becomes more widespread in the industry. As more and more consumers opt for electric vehicles and the demand for internal combustion vehicles decrease, dealers who have not embraced the shift to electric may struggle to keep up with their competitors and meet the needs of the customers. On the other hand, dealers who have invested in electric vehicle sales and infrastructure will be well positioned to take advantage of this growing market. While Ford is allowing dealers to choose not to sell electric vehicles and continue to sell internal combustion vehicles, its crosstown rivals, General Motors, is taking a different approach. GM is offering buyouts to Buick and Cadillac dealers who don't want to invest in selling electric vehicles. It will be interesting to see how these different approaches to dealer participation in the electric vehicle market play out in the future. Ford's decision to reopen the certification application for its Model E electric vehicle program in 2027 has sparked controversy among some of the company's dealers. Many have expressed concerns about the program, some even filed complaints or joined lawsuits. One of the main issues dealers raise is the requirements to follow guidelines, including non-negotiable prices, which some have called unlawful. Other concerns include the timeline and high prices associated with the program. Despite these objections, Ford has stated that all dealers will still be allowed to sell electric vehicles until the Model E regulations take effect on January 1st, 2024. This decision has been criticized by U.S. Senator Richard Blumenthal and other state lawmakers, and letters of concern from dealers in at least 14 different states. It remains to be seen how these issues will be resolved and how they will impact the adoption of electric vehicles among Ford dealers. Ford has recently faced backlash from some dealers over its Model E electric vehicle program, with several filing complaints and expressing concern about it. In response, Ford has stated that its new certification guidelines are consistent with all relevant laws and that dealers are free to choose whether or not to participate. While dealers who invest less money can still sell electric vehicles, they'll be limited in the number they can sell. The Model E division was created when Ford split the company into 3 separate entities: Ford Blue Oval, Ford Pro, and Ford Model E. Ford's fully electric vehicles now fall under the Model E umbrella, while plug-in hybrids and regular hybrids are part of the Ford Blue Oval. Despite the challenges, Ford CEO Jim Farley is keen to keep dealers around, but he recognizes that the network will look very different in the future and will not allow them to sell above the MSRP. So what do you think about Ford's electric vehicle strategy? Share your thoughts in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more engaging videos on electric vehicles.